This recipe right here, mind-blowing. We're gonna make this right here. What is this? No joke, in the South this is a big deal. They're taking cinnamon rolls and eating them with chili. Check this out. For cinnamon rolls, literally buy a pack, follow the directions on the back, that's it. We've got tomato paste, I have a little bit of smoked chipotles, garlic, flour, chili powder, cumin, beef stock, minced onion. I got a mixture of bell peppers, yellow, red, orange. I've got a bowl of beans. I have two kinds of beans. I have navy and I have kidney beans. Ground beef, 1 pound. And crushed tomatoes. Please follow me in this order. That way you have the best chili possible. Here we go. Butter in. So we got our butter in. We're gonna go with our veggies first. We're gonna just sweat these veggies down. The garlic, like I said, sweat them down. We're just bringing out the flavor. We're not gonna really get any color. Just wanna bring out the flavor in these. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. The salt will help the sweating process. Draws out some moisture, so it'll help those sweat quicker. A little bit of black pepper. Okay, now we're gonna set these veggies aside in a bowl. So here's the method to my madness, right? I got our vegetables cooked, pre-cooked, off to the side. Well, the reason why I'm doing in this order is because now we're gonna cook our ground beef. When we cook the ground beef, a lot of the fat's gonna come out from the ground beef naturally. I'm gonna turn that fat, I'm gonna use that fat for my roux to thicken the entire chili. The other ingredients are just spices and cooked beans and our cooked veggies that we're gonna add in later. But in order to build our nice tomato paste and our roux, we need to do it in this order. This is the best way to do it. My ground beef, yes, what's for dinner? That in there. You gotta let that brown up a little bit. Don't play with it. Give it a little brownness going on in there. If your pan's a little dry, it looks like mine's a little dry, I'm gonna throw just a little bit of butter. Keep in mind, a lot of the fat from the burger is gonna come out. So, I'm not gonna touch that, let it get a little bit of color. Check this out, been about 4 minutes. I'm gonna flip this whole piece over. Look at that color right there. Now I'm gonna let this side get color before I start breaking this all up. That way we can get some good flavor here. Give it a little smoosh down. All right, and let that side go another 4 or 5 minutes. Do not touch it. Right, now we start breaking it up. That we got a good sear on both sides. That way we have some nice color and flavor on our meat. It's important. We're gonna sprinkle some chili powder, a little bit of cumin, smoky chipotle, give that a mix, salt and pepper. You don't have to be so heavy at the beginning because we're gonna taste this throughout the whole process. Just get it started. We're gonna build our flavor slowly, like layering a house, building a house. Start with foundation, framework, walls, roof, etc. That's what we're doing with this. Crushed tomato, tomato paste. These two items are highly acidic. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook these down for a few minutes and let some of that acid cook down, and it makes your tomatoes a little more sweet. High heat. I never turn my heat down. High heat the whole time. Let that come back to a really, really hard boil. So you heard me say pince tomato. What that means is you're actually cooking down the tomatoes in the pan. And the reason you do that is because tomatoes have a really high acidity level. And when you cook them in the pan really hard, you actually bring out some of those natural sugars, therefore making it kind of sweet, not so acidic. So it's very important to always pince tomatoes. Okay, see, we got some nice rapid bubbles going there. Been going about 5 minutes. Now we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna sprinkle our flour on there. What we're doing is building a roux. This is gonna help thicken our chili. You want this? Add enough flour to where this is real thick, pasty almost. About like that. See how it kind of holds itself together? That's perfect. Now, vegetables, beans, incorporate. Now we're gonna add our beef stock. So, you wanna add enough to where this becomes somewhat liquidy. You don't want it real thick because we're gonna cook this for about at least 30 minutes. You can go longer if you'd like, but at least 30 to get rid of that flour taste. So if you start off too thick, what's gonna happen is it's gonna burn. So you may have to add a little bit more beef stock. I can tell you right now, this is too thick. I'm gonna add some more beef stock because as it cooks, it's gonna naturally get thicker. Okay, right here, this is the perfect consistency to start off. We're gonna bring this up to a boil, and then we're gonna bring it down to a simmer. Go ahead, give it a taste right now. If you need to add more cumin, chili powder, salt, pepper, now is your time. And again, let it reduce down and then taste it one more time. Okay, is this what it looks like after an hour? See how nice and thick? Tastes great, nice and thick. I'm cutting it off. Okay, there's 3 ways to eat this meal. 1, keep your cinnamon roll on the side and enjoy it after your chili. 2, dip your cinnamon roll in the chili like a spoon. And 3, take bites of your chili and then bites of your cinnamon roll. I'm going with step number 2. I'm gonna use my cinnamon roll as a spoon. Let's try this out. Alright, so you know what's funny about this? It is very good, and I'm pretty shocked that it's very good. But what really throws me off is it is a sweet and salty thing going on, and I knew that going in, but the cinnamon meshes so well with the beef. And if you notice, a lot of Mediterranean dishes, beef has cinnamon in it, so it actually really pairs nicely. Please do not knock this one until you try it. I'm telling you, it's good. I had somebody else that thought I was crazy, just try it, and you know what they said? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is good. And that is how you make Southern chili and cinnamon rolls sexy.